Foundry. Merry Christmas. This is going to be posted the day before Christmas, and this is going to be my weekly update in a couple of things. First off is update on parts for the Alco trucks. This week was not very conducive to casting parts for the Alco trucks. First part of this past week, Monday and Tuesday, we had a major windstorm and rainstorm here in the state of Maine. And there was no real way to work outside those days because we were A, no power, and B, there was a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and there's some minor damage to the Foundry area. Not too bad. We escaped the worst of it. We were only out of power for like a day and a half, so not too bad. There are other people in town here that are still without power from earlier on this week. Like I said, it was a major storm. There were a lot of poles and a lot of trees down, and a lot of wires down, and they're still working on it. So think good thoughts for those that still don't have power, because it's the state of Maine. It gets a little bit cold this time of year, and it's a heck of a thing to be without power for a few days. Anyways, so there was no real progress on the Alco trucks this week. Just wasn't able to get out into the shop, and I'm going to post video of the damage here. And you can see here, this is a little bit of the damage that we got in the Foundry area due to that windstorm. You can kind of see it wasn't exactly nailed up there very well. I mean, I'm kind of shocked that it survived this long, and windstorms previous to this didn't take it down, but the wind just happened to be out of the right quarter, and down it went. So this is going to need to be rebuilt. Yeah. And quite honestly, that's the worst of it. But that's enough. Last week, and I posted this on Facebook. I didn't post a video of them, but I received in the mail early Christmas present. It wasn't meant to be so. The gentleman that I bought the lost wax casting setup from had some more patterns that he was going to give me, and they were in his shop, and he wasn't exactly sure where they were the day I went down to pick up the lost wax casting setup. But he finally was able to find them all, sent them along to me, and I'm going to post a video about that here. Here's the really exciting part. Hold on to your pants. I have 3 different 3/4 inch scale trucks. I have an Andrews truck, well used. I have what I'm guessing would be a Bettendorf, or a Bettendorf-like truck. Needs a little bit of repair. And here's the cool one, a Fox truck. And you'll notice that it is the variation of the Fox truck. This is probably for use under a tender, because it has the spring rigging on it, the middle spring rigging. If it was just for a freight truck, that wouldn't be there. So yes, we have a Fox truck in 3/4 inch scale. And the associated bolsters that go with them. I'm really excited about those, because it means I'm going to be able to finally get into the 3/4 inch scale railroad casting. I have parts for that, ready to go for that. And those probably will not be worked on until next spring, early summer. So probably midsummer, late summer 24 would be when I might be coming out with those. Hard telling, you never know what's going to happen. But Alco trucks are still the first priority. Alright, for today's episode, I'm also going to show you some of the things I've done for Christmas over the years. I haven't done a lot of Christmas things with the Foundry. I've more made gifts for friends and family. I've given signs for gifts. I've given some bells for gifts, things like that. And that's one of the nice things about having your own shop, your own foundry, is that you can make things personalized and give them as gifts, and usually they're appreciated. However, I've done a few other Christmassy projects over the years. Specifically, one time, my daughter was doing a craft fair, and this was when she was younger, probably a decade or so ago, and she came and asked for some help, and perhaps if I could figure out something to do that she could sell at the craft fair, make a few bucks. I think it was a charity craft fair, some type or other. I'm not exactly sure. Can't remember. But came up with a few things for her. First item was, I was a little bit naughty, and I went out and bought some ceramic ornaments from a craft store somewhere, and I did a little bit of naughty copying work and made Christmas ornaments, and she painted them up. These are just all aluminum ornaments. Show you one of the raw ones like this. They came out nice. However, I cannot claim those as original to me. So at some point here in the past, when I was in need of aluminum, that was a cast aluminum pattern, and it was sacrificed to the casting gods in a different project. So I no longer have that pattern, which is not a bad thing, because like I said, that was not my original work, and I try not to do that as much as I can. But like I said, this was for a charity event, and my daughter, I still have a bunch of them left. So anyways, now the next thing was original, and it was an idea we kind of messed around with, and I came up with some patterns. It's called a Santa key. What is a Santa key? A Santa key is a magical key that, if you don't have a chimney, allows Santa to come in your front door. You hang it out the front door, and you can still have your door locked, and the Santa key will allow Santa to come in, and it's something to do with little kids. And these are some examples right here. These are the 3 examples that I came up with. I had if you can see them, I had a snowflake, excuse me. And I kind of like that one, because the shaft on that one came out really nice. I hand did the spiral on that, so I kind of like that one. And these were pretty much the best sellers. I think people like these ones the most. And then there was a toy soldier one, and I just turned the shafts on those myself on my old lathe. And the last one, kind of neat, but they didn't sell very well for some reason. It's a Santa hat. And so these are the 3 that I came up with. And she put a little tag on here with a saying on it. And I'll hold it up to the screen, see if you can see that. And it says, "Dear Santa, here's a key to enter our home. It will help you come in so you can roam. We don't have a chimney, I'm sorry to say. This little tin man will guide your way." And I believe that is original poetry from her many moons ago. And this was actually a pretty quick pattern. I didn't take much time on this. It was kind of a last minute project. And this was the match plate that I came up with it. I mean, it was supposed to be temporary. I mean, I did not do this on quality material at all, but it works okay. And you can see the 3 different, I mean, the gating's not very great on it, and let's see if the sand piece came out. The digital mold on this one is going to be quite necessary. It's just a simple mold using a metal plate, so very good thing. And I just did a test cast of them the other day just to see if it still worked, and it actually still worked pretty good. There's a big lump on the back of this because I dropped my spoon on the mold as I was making it. But yeah, I think those turned out pretty good. And so use your imagination, folks. You can make all kinds of new stuff. I may revisit this at some future point and make a little bit better mold for it. Come up with some new shapes for the keys, etc., etc. But Santa keys. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season. I hope everybody has a peaceful, prosperous, and happy New Year also. Merry Christmas from Odd Duck Foundry, and have a good one.